How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com. Coming at you on Saturday, November the 9th, as we get this video to you. Hopefully, we'll get you a nice free pick winner today. Hello, I'm Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. We have about 20 free play selections today. I'm going to start off with college football first, and then we'll move on to some NBA action and all of that good stuff. Our free plays, even though we're on a 158 free pick run, our free plays have been a little blah lately. Our main free plays. Hopefully we'll get back on the right track today with a nice free play winner today. So looking forward to getting that to you. As you know, I am Indian Cowboy. This is Doc Sports. So, all right. So, Indian Cowboy's been around for 19 years. Doc Sports has been around for 53 years. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. Welcome to my free daily podcast. I have a doctorate and a master's in biostatistics. That's how these algorithms work. And obviously, we have a YouTube premium teaching channel, which is very popular. For $20 a month, you get 240 selections, all for just, again, $20 a month. Recorded podcast. You can re-listen at any time. You get a written summary at the end. And it's a massive advantage because you get the games, our research, before everybody else. And some of them turn out to be our premium selections the next day. I already did our YouTube premium live show earlier today around 10 a.m. Eastern. And that was a great show. Clients enjoyed it, so hopefully you'll join on YouTube Premium. The link to YouTube Premium is in the comments section, as well as a link to how to get your free $60 worth of premium selections. Now, if you want more content, hop onto my Twitter. It has our latest updates, our hot takes on sports, and our latest videos are posted there. So what do I need to tell you here? Well, we have a 8-unit NBA selection tonight, so looking forward to that. At 7:30, we are on an 11-0 run with 7 and 8-unit selections. We went 3-0 with our top plays yesterday, all winners. We won with our 7-unit selection on California over Wake Forest. College basketball has started off to a perfect 5-0 start for plus 2,900. We won with our 7-unit NBA on the Cavaliers, routing the Warriors, as we thought the Warriors were going to be in for a classic letdown after that big win against the Celtics, and they did. And that's why the Cavs moved to 10-0, and we tacked on a 7-unit soccer winner on Watford as well. So football, we went 5-0 last week, and we're 1-0 this week, right? 5-0 for plus 2,900 last week, 1-0 for plus 700 this week. We have a 6-unit pending on Texas right now, and then we have 3 NFL selections tomorrow, which we're looking forward to. 4-unit college basketball game is underway. I might have finally missed my first college basketball play, so you know I'm going to bounce back tomorrow. But it was on Louisville over Tennessee, and they're down at the half. But we'll see what happens. Either we'll be 6-0 or 5-1 to start college basketball. NBA 8-unit selection today at 7:30. Excited about it. Of course, we come off that 7-unit winner on that Cavs yesterday. And, back-to-back big 7-unit winners on the NBA, ready for the 8-unit winner today. 4-unit NHL selection at 7 o'clock. Nice prop winner yesterday on Trae Young over the point total. Great 4-unit prop today on Wembanyama today. 13-4 run with prop selection. And soccer, 7-unit winner on Watford, as you know. MMA plus 3,000 on the season. All right, there is a promo code out, or else I'll forget. The promo code is any IC15, ANYIC15. It gives you 15% off any season package. So let it be the Great Run in Football season package, NBA season package, college basketball season package, hockey season package, any season or monthly package, any IC15. If you put that promo code, it'll give you 15% off. And again, NBA, college basketball, football, and hockey, and soccer, you join it, and it'll be a lot of fun. All right, let's get to your free play winner today. For your free play winner today, we could have gone a lot of different ways. I got to get to a lot of NBA and college basketball and college football and so on. There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then you tack on the NFL. I think it's 16, 19, 25 free selections today, all right? So the Oklahoma-Missouri game, that is going to be your free play selection today. And this game goes off at 7:45. It's interesting. I could have either gone Oklahoma or I could have gone the under in this game, but I just can't go against Missouri because they lost 0-34 in their last game. And whenever Missouri comes off of a loss, they play fantastic defense. I absolutely think that Oklahoma is not going to put up 59 points like they did last time. They come off a season high in point total too, and I think they're going to have a classic letdown. And this is going to be an ugly, ugly game. And I like the under 41.5 today between Oklahoma as they hook up against Missouri. So I think this is going to be a low-scoring affair, and I like this game to go under the 41.5. I don't even have this game going over 38 points, or 35 points for that matter. As far as Alabama and LSU, I like the under there between my Crimson Tide against LSU. I think the only way to look at this game is the fact that Alabama comes off 34 points in their last game, and Alabama hasn't put up 34 points in the last 3 games. LSU is going to be super ticked off, giving up a season-high 38 points to Texas A&M. They're going to bounce back in a big way, and therefore I like the under between Alabama and A&M. I'm sorry, Alabama and LSU. South Carolina versus Vanderbilt. This is a tough game for me to swallow, but I got to go with South Carolina, and I love Vanderbilt and how hard they've been playing. I watch Coach Lee's press conference every game, and I know that South Carolina comes off a huge win against Texas A&M. But I think South Carolina is playing great football. I think, you have a coach there that's really turned program around. The huge win against Texas A&M, huge win against Oklahoma. I think they'll ride this hard. Remember, South Carolina lost to Alabama by 2. South Carolina lost to LSU by 3. South Carolina is 2 wins away from being 6-1. Their only bad game is against Ole Miss. Vanderbilt, of course, comes off that nice win against Auburn. They nearly beat Texas. They beat Ball State, Kentucky, Alabama. I give them a lot of credit, but South Carolina won 47-6 last year too, and I get all of that, but I still got to go with South Carolina. I hate going against Vanderbilt because they're playing so well. As it relates to Clemson versus Virginia Tech, I like the under there between these two teams. I think the under makes sense between them. Keep in mind what you have here is a Clemson team that got embarrassed at home by Louisville, so they're going to be ticked off. And Virginia Tech comes off giving up 38 points to Syracuse. I like the under a lot. The only reason why I didn't make it a premium play is because Virginia Tech could be an active dog. They're only a +6 dog, but I like the under between Clemson and Virginia Tech. FSU Notre Dame, I like the under there. What you have here is FSU. I mean, this game is going to be over right off the bat. Notre Dame's going to win this game. And it's going to be ugly. They're going to take a quick lead, and then they're going to sit on it because Notre Dame has Virginia on deck, and they have Army and USC to close out. Notre Dame put up 51 points in the last game. Typically, Notre Dame wins these games. It kind of reminds me of the Miami-Ohio game when they were favored by 27 and they won 28-3. And I think that's sort of what happens here. And FSU, and obviously FSU doesn't want to get embarrassed too much, and I don't think Notre Dame will try to embarrass them either. I do think Notre Dame probably covers, but the best lean for me there is the under between Notre Dame and FSU. Virginia and Pittsburgh, I like the over there. I think the over makes sense there. What you have there is Virginia probably an active dog. They come off a series of difficult games, losing, only putting up 14 to UNC. Pittsburgh comes off of that loss, 25-48 against SMU. Pittsburgh comes off their first loss. I think they're going to bounce back on the offensive end, but I think Virginia is going to shock a lot of people and put up a lot of points themselves, and therefore I like the over between Virginia and Pittsburgh. College basketball, Bucknell and Kentucky. I think this game goes off at 3:30. Let me give you an update on that game. Or 4 o'clock. Yeah, I like Kentucky here. I think it's pretty simple. I rolled with Kentucky yesterday or the day before. The Coach Pope era has begun. He knows Bucknell is 2-0. They're not going to take an undefeated team lightly. I like Kentucky to roll. Arkansas, Baylor. I like the under there. Baylor comes out giving up 100-plus points in their last game to Gonzaga. Have to shape up defensively. I do not trust Arkansas at all. And Calipari's first road game as well. I think this game goes under. Auburn, Houston. I understand the flight to Houston was eventful, and then they turned back for Auburn. There was a little scuffle, and they had a little fight, turned back, and now they went back. But I actually think Auburn comes together as a team. Auburn is the type of team that they want to show positive, they want to show boys will be boys kind of thing. And Auburn beat a very good Vermont team and routed John Becker's team. They crushed him. Houston won by 17 points last year, so Auburn has revenge. I think Auburn rolls. FSU and Rice, I like the over there. Lanier now coaches for Rice after coming over from SMU. It does make sense that this is probably a high-scoring game. Rice is an active dog. FSU, who had won by 17 points last year, with Coach Hamilton had 17 wins last year, and Coach Hamilton really needing to have a bounce-back year. I think they have a strong output too, and I like the over there. In hindsight, this probably could have been my college ball play instead of Louisville laying an egg. But moving on to the NBA, Brooklyn and Cleveland. I like Brooklyn here. Brooklyn, I nearly made this my NBA pick. Brooklyn lost 4 to Boston, just lost by 4 to Boston, took them to overtime. And, Brooklyn's playing really well. Cleveland coming off that monster win against the Warriors, just like the Warriors had a letdown against the Cavs after beating the Celtics. I think the Cavs now have a letdown against the Nets after beating the Warriors. And I think it's a classic letdown spot for them. I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Nets give them all sorts of trouble today. I just couldn't go with them because it's too scary. But I like the Nets here. Utah, San Antonio. I like the Jazz here. San Antonio won 106-88 last time. Utah has classic revenge. Utah lost by 23 points to the Bucks. They're probably going to bounce back. Spurs off of a 13-point loss too. I think the Jazz do surprisingly well here, and I think it's a great spot for them to do well. And I like it's a good public fade. Give me Utah. Toronto and the Clippers. I like Toronto here. Toronto's 2-7, and the Clippers are 5-4. The Clippers have won 4 in a row in this series. Toronto's off back-to-back losses. Clippers continue to play great basketball, and Powell is just fantastic. You should pick him up in your leagues if you get a chance. Toronto did beat the Kings a game prior, or a couple games ago, and I think they can hang tough here. I think the Clippers are in for a letdown. Give me the Raptors here. All right, moving on to the NFL real fast. Bills and the Colts. The Colts desperately need their quarterback to come through, and I think he actually pitches. I think he actually plays relatively well. I like the Colts here, plus the points. Excuse me. Yeah, Buffalo is a -4 favorite coming in. Huge public fade. Buffalo coming off the big win against Miami and Seattle and Tennessee, but they've played pretty much nobody. The Colts are the best team they've played in a while. Excuse me. So Indianapolis coming off that tight loss to Minnesota and Houston. I don't think they lose 3 in a row. At the very least, I think they hang tough. Give me the Colts plus the points. Moving on here. Broncos and Chiefs. I like the under there. I think the only way that this game hangs tough is Denver plays fantastic defense. You're going to give a guy like Coach Sean Payton an opportunity to play defense against Patrick Mahomes, and I think he'll do a great job. Last year, guess who beat the Chiefs? Denver did, 24-9. Denver coming off 41 points in the last game too. I think it makes a lot of sense here to take the under. And I think the Broncos will surprise people, but the Chiefs have revenge, and I can't go against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs cover all the time. So Tennessee and the Chargers, I like the under there. I don't think anybody's going to score in this game. You have a Tennessee team that won 20-17 last game. The Chargers team has given up 10 and 8 points in the last 2 games. Tennessee beat them 27-24 last year too. The only lean for me there is the under. As far as the Jets and Cardinals, I like the Jets here. I think the Jets are turning things around, and I know you guys are going to be like, I see you're always a Jets homer. I'm not. I'm from Alabama. I'm not a Jets homer. But the Jets did beat Houston. They should have beaten New England. They should have beaten Buffalo. They should have beaten Minnesota. The line goes on and on. Arizona coming off 3 straight wins, big wins against Chicago, Miami, and the Chargers. I think the Jets actually post a win here. It's a good public fade too. Philadelphia and Dallas. I'm not smoking anything, but I think Dallas actually plays pretty well. I understand the quarterback is hurt. Just for this game, kumbaya, I think Dallas hangs tough against Philadelphia. They come together. They pretty much go through a sort of like a wing tee offense. They're just going to run the ball. Do not trust the Eagles ever. The Eagles are so shady. They have Washington on deck. They didn't cover against Jacksonville, which is why I went against them. They've won 4 in a row. Give me the Cowboys in this divisional game. As it relates to Miami and the Rams, I like Miami here. I think Miami at some point is going to have to turn things around, so I like Miami in the over here. There's a reason why Miami is only a +1.5 dog. I think Miami is 2-6. They're still hanging tough. Their quarterback's still playing hard. They only lost by 1 to Arizona and by 3 to Buffalo. The Rams have won 3 in a row: Vegas, Minnesota, and Seattle. But why are they only a 1.5 point dog? Think about it. Give me Miami. Detroit and Houston, I like the over there. Both these teams, Houston had a terrible. Houston's only a +3.5 dog. Detroit comes in at 7-1. Detroit 24 points is a very low output for them, and Houston only 13 points in their last game, one of their season low outputs. I like their over there. As it relates to Steelers and Washington, I like the Steelers. They're the better team here. I understand Washington's playing pretty well. Washington got very, very lucky the last couple games. Steelers have the much better coaching here. Give me the Steelers to get it done. As it relates to Atlanta and New Orleans, I like the under there. These two teams have already played each other, and they went to 60+ points. There's no way it's going to that many points this time with Rattler as a quarterback. Atlanta's going to have a letdown offensively at some point. The strength of the New Orleans team is their defense. Give me the under. Patriots Bears. I like the hold on a second. The Patriots Bears game, I just don't trust Chicago, man. I like New England. I think Derek May's playing much better. He's continuing to throw the ball well. They're letting him to kind of unleash it a little bit. I understand the Bears are off a series of losses, but the Bears are 4-4. I'm going to take the points here with the Patriots. Jags and Minnesota. I'm going to go with Minnesota because you have a Jacksonville coach that's sort of embarrassed Darnold here. If you remember, in the press conference, he said that people asked him, man, Darnold's having such a great year. What do you think about that? And he said he was having a great year because of his wide receiver, not because of Darnold. And I think that's going to make him upset. I think Minnesota's going to come through. They're coming off a couple of losses. It makes sense for Minnesota to come through. What a wonderful video. 25 free selections for you. I hope you certainly enjoyed it. Please take a moment to like and subscribe to the videos. And remember, we have a 8-unit NBA selection tonight. And you know about the promo code ANYC15, 15% off season packages in NBA, college basketball, NHL, and football. As we go on we're on a 27-6 run for plus 12,200 the last 6 days, including 11-0 run with 7 and 8 unit selections. Take care. Bye-bye.